Yep, Charlamagne the guy.
Andrew Schulz.
We are the Brilliant Idiots podcast, and this week's podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. Make smarter business decisions with Squarespace's intuitive built-in analytics tools. Review website traffic, learn where to focus engagement, and track revenue from bookings, invoices, or product sales, all from one place. Looking to grow your business? Now you can get fast, easy financing through Squarespace Capital, okay? The application process takes just a few minutes, and approval happens in a matter of days. If you're approved, funds will be deposited in your bank account in 3 to 4 business days so you can grow quickly. Avoid the hassle of the traditional loan process and easily access financing through Squarespace Capital. Loans are issued by Celtic Bank and serviced by Stripe. All loans are subject to credit approval. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, use offer code IDIOTS to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's offer code IDIOTS at squarespace.com to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Let's start the show. Hezekiah Walker.
Yo.
What's happening?
Chilling, my man. How you doing?
Your week been, man?
Week's been good.
A lot
Busy.
changes in 7 days. What the fuck has happened?
Bro, we're communists now.
Oh, Zohran got you? He changed
Got us,
He
bro.
flipped you?
We got us, man.
Okay, tell me what you like about Zohran.
We're communists, bro. You know, we believe in that. We believe in all that communist stuff.
Yeah.
I'm praying 5 times a day. I don't know what I'm
Yeah.
praying 5 times a day. I stopped eating pork. I'm doing all the communist shit that you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
I'm trying to tell my wife we're getting another wife. I'm a communist now, bro. I believe in. Turns out communism not that bad.
I like Zohran's messaging. His messaging has always been affordability, and he stays on message. He doesn't let anybody take him off message.
Bro.
I watched the New York City debate. Isn't it a debate tonight? We're recording
There's
this on
another
Tuesday.
one. Yeah, there's
Tonight.
another one. Yeah.
I watched the debate last Thursday.
Yeah.
You know, I'm telling you, y'all sleeping on Big Curtis though.
Oh, Sleewa? Someone said the other Curtis that got shot 5 times.
You sleeping on Curtis though, but I don't know. I don't have a dog in this fight. Who you voting for?
Who am I voting for? That's a good question. I'll be honest, I'm a New Yorker. We don't vote in mayoral elections. That's mostly people who like move here.
Yeah.
But if you're born and raised in New York, you usually don't do that until you become like, your father's age.
Yeah.
So when I'm like probably 50 or 60, I'll start voting. But I don't know. I think a lot of people are making this election about something that's not. Like I see all this conversation about this is it's gonna be Muslim in the city, or the city's gonna fall apart, the city's this, and it's like this election is not about socialism or anything like that. It's like whatever candidate said that they were going to lower the rent the most was going to win.
Bro, that's it for me.
That is the only. So it's not like, they're embracing socialism. If Curtis Sleewa said that he's going to pay for everybody's rent for a year, he would win.
Affordability. Who is talking to America's pockets, bro?
But it's specifically rent.
Anything.
No, because New York is a little bit different. I was looking up statistics. Apparently, in New York City, rent has gone up 90% in 6 years for 2-bedroom apartments.
Oh, I believe that.
90%.
I believe that. This shit right here would be $3,500 in the city.
Oh, easy. There's little room where
You know what I'm saying? The bed is right there. The bathroom's right there.
Son, it's like
disgusting.
So what I think a lot of people around the country don't realize, right? They're just seeing this and like, they're seeing free buses and free this. Nobody's stressing out the free buses. Like, yeah, it's probably nice if shit is free. The free childcare is key. Don't get me wrong, but more than anything, it trickles down from your biggest expense, which is rent. Half of New Yorkers' monthly paychecks go to rent. Did you know that?
You know that he needed to give. What's my man that was saying the rent was too damn high? Remember that guy? Remember the rent was too damn high guy? Black Santa.
Yeah.
I represent the rent is too damn high party. People are working 8 hours a day and 40 hours a week in some a third job. Women can't afford to take care of their children, feed their children breakfast, lunch, and dinner. My main job is to provide a roof over your head, food on the table, and money in your pocket.
Yeah.
The rent was too damn high guy cut through,
this.
bro. Yes, he absolutely did.
New York eccentric.
Yeah.
A real New York eccentric.
Yeah.
But yeah, the rent is too damn high guy was this like obscure political figure in New York that actually got popularity because people were feeling that push already.
Jimmy McMillan is his name.
Yeah, Jimmy
It's so
McMillan.
funny.
He was running for mayor.
The name of his party was "The Rent Is Too Damn High."
Son,
like
and
he
it-
started their own
It
political party.
So it's like I think the rest of the country doesn't realize this. So it's like the rent is so astronomical in New York and has increased so fast that people just need a lifeline. And they're in this situation where it's like, if someone doesn't help me out, I got to move out of New York.
But here's the thing. You're right, but the rent is too damn high everywhere. And what I mean by that is, in New York, it's astronomical, right? But rent prices have gone up in places like South Carolina, too. So you might move to South Carolina and pay significantly less because you're a New Yorker, but in South Carolina, like, God damn.
Compared to what they make.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's because some asshole is bulldozing all these condos and making crystals.
No, I only got 2. Don't worry, I'm about to open a trailer park, guys. Don't worry, I got to...
I got you.
I got you.
Affordable housing?
I got you. I
less.
got you. I'm doing a trailer park. All right, I'm doing a trailer park.
So I think that's what it is. Like, I don't think it's progressive this, or I don't think it's conservative that. It's like whatever candidate was going to come in, and he did a remarkable job in getting his messaging out. There's no
Affordability.
question. But it's like affordability is the issue. And I think people are looking at Cuomo and they're like, bro, you lost already. You fucked up with the nursing homes. You know what I mean? And you were touching on people and you resigned because of it. So that's kind of like almost an admission of guilt.
Does any of that matter in the Trump era, bro?
No, this is what I'm saying is I think that people look at it like you just lost already. Like you're trying to subvert the democratic process. And that's obviously something that Democrats have never done. Like they would never do that.
Well, he was an idiot for trying to run as a Democrat anyway.
Well, here's the thing. If he ran as an independent originally,
That's what he should have did.
I would have more respect for it.
Yeah.
But you ran as a Democrat and then lost, and then you're like, okay, what else can I do? And you're backed by all these billionaires and who don't feel the stress of the rent increases.
Yeah.
That's the interesting thing. Is like, of course, the people that don't want Mamdani in are the people that are unaffected by the cost of living.
I heard an interesting theory that somebody thinks Mamdani is a plant. And the reason they think he's a plant is because they didn't run any like other candidate against him that's actually good. Like you had Mayor Adams and you had Andrew Cuomo, right?
Brad Lander. Brad is...
Oh, I forgot about Brad.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Get on the mic. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Brad. But it was Brad, but Brad didn't seem like an establishment candidate either, though. It didn't seem like there was a lot of money behind Brad. Like, it didn't seem like there was a real push behind him. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he had a campaign, bro. I don't think he had.
But that's my point. So there's like...
He was a legitimate candidate. I mean, he was the city controller. He's a longtime city councilman. I mean...
You got to know social, bro. You got to know social. You got to know how to push your message, and you got to have the message that matters. Whoever... what's it called? Mamdani is doing exactly what Trump did.
Yes, I said that. Yes,
Freeze
absolutely.
the rent is build the wall.
Affordability.
What did Trump say? He said, we're going to build the wall and Mexicans are going to pay for it. Mamdani came in, he goes, we're going to freeze the rent and billionaires are going to pay for it. It's like you can see this amazing parallel in terms of their populism.
Trump said, I won the election off one word, groceries. Mamdani's like, I'm winning the election off one word, affordability. Well,
it's rent, bro.
I think it's affordability.
Yo, here's the thing.
What is his plan? I don't actually know.
He never has, by the way, when he gets asked that at the debate, he never has an answer for it.
Who?
Mamdani.
Yes, he does. What are you talking about?
What was the plan?
Like, you talking about it?
No,
rent?
repeat it. What is his plan?
Well, he's going to freeze rent and he's going to build affordable housing.
All right, so here's how you do it.
The rent has gotten freezed.
I'm a landlord, so I don't like that.
You're not giving me a plan. How?
I'll tell you how.
No,
I'll tell you how he's saying that he is going to endeavor to do it. Okay. The mayor appoints the the board of
rent
people,
control board.
The rent control board.
Yeah.
So there are certain people that are already there.
Mm-hmm.
They might be open to his ideas. They might not. But within 2 years, all their terms will have come up and he will have appointed all new ones. So within 2 years, he can freeze the rents on rent stabilized or rent control apartments in New York. That represents about 50% of the apartments in New York.
That high?
55%, yeah. Or 50%, I think. So the other 50% are just free market. Okay? Did I already lose you? You already texted somebody else?
No.
So you asked me a question and go on your phone.
I'm got you, man. I'm multitasking. I'm really just looking up something.
So the other 50% of the apartments in New York are on the free market. Okay. So he cannot touch those. Okay. So what people would say and what I was telling him is like, listen, you could freeze the rent within 2 years on the rent control, rent stabilized apartments. But what that's going to do is put more pressure on the free market rents. Because what happens is, as we know, if you grow up in a city, if you get a rent stabilized or rent control apartment, you don't leave that shit.
Right.
You just do not leave it. And if
yeah.
you're going to freeze the rent there, you double not going to leave it. Now, there are shitty landlords that try to push people out. It happened to my boy Carlos growing up. They just stop accepting your rent. They're doing anything they can to get the rent stabilized people out so that they can turn over the building. That is a thing that does happen. But then I also have friends that had a rent stabilized apartment, but they had a house up in Hudson Valley. They they
they
shouldn't,
rent the stabilized apartment out
or
to
they
people.
pass it down. Like they find
How they
ways.
side chicks.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get your side chick in a rent stabilized, right? She can't have free market pussy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's cheating.
Come on, that's Dubai.
Yeah.
That's why we out
absolutely,
there.
absolutely.
No. So basically what happens is 50. So what you could say is by freezing this 50%, it's going to spike the rent on this 50%. And then what he says is over the next 10 years, he's going to build 200,000 units. Now, how is he going to
Over the next 10 years?
Yes.
Okay.
So how is he going to do that, right? He plans on doing some Doge stuff in Doge's inception, which is like creating more efficiency models in the city, punishing landlords for having these vacant apartments, and creating and raising taxes on the rich to create like, what is that, 30 billion of those $100 billion he says he's gonna raise, and then the other 70 billion he wants to sell municipal bonds, which are essentially bonds for the city. Now here's the thing. He can't sell those bonds without asking Albany to increase the debt ceiling. And if he has a governor there that is not willing to do that, because it might, create a lower bond rating for the bonds of the state, then there's a chance that he won't be able to sell that many and get that money. So that's the restriction there. He will be able to freeze rents for those 50%. That could cause a spike over here. And if he doesn't loosen up the regulation for people to actually build stuff, which is the only thing that will solve rent problems. The only thing that will solve rent problems is if you let developers develop. And unfortunately, there are a bunch of regulation in the city right now that basically makes it financially not feasible to build anything over like 99 units.
Where do you even build in New York City?
Commercial? Did he talk about converting commercial real estate? Because to me, that's the
Like
So
I think
looked at it,
about like 1515 building. That's not going to be Caesar's Palace no more, but it was going to be a hotel.
So
someplace like that could probably work.
This is the tricky thing. 1515 is where we did MTV back in the day. It's like,
Yeah.
so basically the tricky thing about converting office space or like commercial to real estate, to residential,
yeah.
is you can only convert the building if there's not a single existing tenant that's on a commercial lease. If there's one tenant in the whole 50-story building that's on a 10-year lease, you can't. You can maybe pay them to leave, but you can't do it. You can find ways to try to pay them to get out, but if they got a nice deal and they have their office and their business is profitable, why the fuck are they trying to move? That's very difficult. Another issue with the office space is that it wasn't built for residential, so there's not proper air, there's not proper access to lighting and windows. That's costly to kind of renovate.
Right.
So there are issues with just flipping a building over. It's not as simple. Like these
At
midtown office buildings are built different than just a random office building in fucking Albuquerque.
So I ask again, where are you going to build new housing in New York City?
Well, even if you want to build new housing, anything you build, you got to go through Albany. You have to get approval from these different boards. So no matter what.
That's actually what I was looking up. I was looking up all the reasons he couldn't do it.
Yeah, ULURP.
Huh?
ULURP
Shut the
is
fuck
like
up.
the.
I
No.
thought you had.
I wish I did. Yeah.
Also, you're
USLURP would have been great.
you're thinking of only New York City, like Manhattan, but there are the 5 boroughs. There's a lot of land in Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx.
Yeah.
There is place for affordable housing.
You got to want to live out there, though.
Yeah,
People will.
Yeah, people will. Trust
People
me.
will.
People
So
don't
it's-
want to leave New York.
Listen, you can make.
That's not true.
Say again.
He said people don't want to leave New York.
Well,
That's not true.
So here's the thing. People, it's not, I don't think anybody wants to leave New York. It's the greatest city in the world. I also don't think we want billionaires to leave New York. Like I was just telling the guys this, it's like what makes New York amazing is you have billionaires to pay for all the expensive shit and poor artists to make everything cool.
Right.
And when you have both of them together, you have the most magnificent city in the history of the world.
But
When
you know what you need billionaires paying the most? Their fair share of taxes.
Oh no, everybody's on board with that. But
Okay.
keep in mind, they'll never do it. That's
No.
just for you and I to pay. You and I pay
Oh, God.
their taxes. You know that, right?
Oh.
Anyway, so but my point is like if you just have billionaires, you got like San Jose or like the nerdy tech places. Nobody wants to fucking live there because it's just all dorks. And if you have only like artists, you have Portland. Nobody wants to fucking live there, right? Well, I guess they have like Amazon and that kind of shit. But you have like the shitty like hipstery places that suck. When you got the rich motherfuckers willing to pay for the crazy shit and the cool broke artists that are willing to make things interesting and fun to go see, You got this amazing amalgamation of people.
And it increases the value of what the rich guys already have, which is why I don't understand they don't
those
get
rich guys.
Right.
There's a part of me. It's like you're not really seeing the value
It's
of
an
poor
ecosystem.
creatives. Yes,
It's like the fucking frog eating the
exactly. And if you take one of those animals out of it, the whole thing falls apart. So it's like, but on the same point, if you take those billionaires out of here, shit's gonna fall apart.
Sure.
So we need to create an ecosystem. The problem is the cost of living because of fucking bullshit. I don't want to say bullshit. Maybe well-intentioned legislation that ended up having negative results. Has completely stopped the construction of huge buildings in New York City. It's just stopped it.
I don't think New York's worth the expense, bro.
You're here.
Yeah, but it's because I have a career here. But for people that just want to live here to live and paying $3,000, $4,000 in rent for a freaking 400 square foot apartment and all of the money we spend in New York City between tolls
it's
and
expensive.
congestion price, all that shit. Where is the enhancement to the city? Like this shit should look like Dubai, bro. I've been saying this for years. Why doesn't New York look like Dubai?
Well,
why doesn't New York look like why don't New York look like Chicago? Why doesn't New York look like Dallas?
No, I think.
Come on, man. Those downtowns are beautiful, bro.
No, I mean
We
New York
don't want
is
it
absolutely
beautiful. We want a little.
Okay, how about why doesn't Manhattan look like Brooklyn?
What?
Brooklyn look way better than Manhattan looks.
No, there's parts of New
I don't
York
think
that
you
look
know-
really- yeah, you don't travel that
What
much.
part of Manhattan?
You
Tribeca
literally
looks
But that's
amazing.
Tribeca. No, by the way, Tribeca's gone down tremendously.
The opposite.
Over the years.
The
Tribeca
opposite.
looks crazy.
Well, I ain't
new.
been there in a while.
I know,
But I used to
bro.
work down there. We used to work down there every morning.
You didn't. You
That
were,
shit was the slums when we
you
was down
worked-
there. I was getting jumped down there.
you
I got
worked-
jumped down there twice, motherfucker. Okay?
I'll be
I got
honest with
jumped
you,
in Tribeca.
Those were
twice.
targeted
You
hits.
worked in
Those were-
Chinatown, bro. You ain't really working Tribeca. I'll be honest with
Yeah,
you.
I
You worked Tribeca adjacent.
Tribeca's nice. Tribeca's nice. Soho's nice.
It's listen.
Five Eyes nice.
55th
Upper West
Street
Side
is nice.
East Village is nice.
Yeah.
Shit, people moving up to the Upper East
East
Side.
Village got a smell. Not the West Village got a little smell.
Yes, booty hole. Some people like that. You know what I mean?
I don't, but I'm just saying, New York. There's a lot more to be desired for the money that's spent.
Yes,
here,
but
is
that's
all I'm
always the
saying.
deal with New York. When you're paying for rent in New York, you're paying for access to the city. You're not paying for just your little cubicle
But what
that
does
you
the
live
city
in.
give you anymore?
It
The
used to give you
greatest-
culture.
That's my point.
The question is how much culture.
You don't really
No,
go
we still got-
outside of work,
Well,
so you don't
you're
see
not
all the
tell-
stuff.
I hate.
Okay,
Can I
okay,
tell
I
you-
okay.
hate
Can
when
I tell
people
you-
talk like
All
this.
right.
Can I
Yes,
tell you? Can I tell you?
Just tell me.
Can I tell you?
Broadway, restaurants,
I go to Broadway all
parties.
the time.
Yes, that's a reason to be in New York.
No, not
Broadway,
anymore.
So-
restaurants, parties,
No,
events.
that
Like,
Broadway
what are you
area
talking-
needs more.
Let me tell you.
Broadway needs more than Broadway.
Can I tell you?
You travel from Jersey.
Can
to
I
come
tell you?
To New
Can I
York.
tell you?
Yes.
Can I tell you?
Yes.
Can I tell you?
Because they got
This-
Broadway.
This is what New York has that no other city has. It's true diversity, and I'm not talking about just different races. It's true
I agree with that.
ethnic diversity and economic diversity. What I mean by that is in LA, they got diversity, but everybody lives in their own little country.
Right.
Armenians live over here, Mexicans live over here, black people live over here, white people live over there, the Jews live over there.
I agree with that.
They don't really
I agree with that.
We live on top of and next to each other, right? So the average New Yorker has spent so much more time in Chinatown than any person on the planet. Obviously, there's other places that have Chinatown. They understand there's like entire neighborhoods, there's entire streets that are just Indian restaurants that are right next to a place that's like
Yeah.
an economic hub. And the broke kid that grows up in the projects happens to live one block
From
from
Google.
some Google
Yeah.
But what if
headquarters.
you're not in the tech world? What if
No, but it's not about that. What I'm trying to say is
It seems accessible.
a lot of the places, right,
Right.
in the world, at least from like in my experience of going, it's like you kind of live in your area and you don't even really go out to see anything else. Because New York is literally so on top of one another and we all will take the fucking subway, we're all intermingling, you get access to certain levels of wealth and levels of poverty that most people don't understand.
What about those people
Rich
that live
people
in?
in Beverly Hills? Well, maybe it's a little different now because they're
drive
getting robbed
past
all the
it.
time.
But what about
they
those
don't
people-
know about Compton
What
like
about
that.
those people who live in Brownsville who say they've never even been to Times Square?
Yeah, well, the farther out you
New
get,
York has
people-
never been to Times Square. We don't go there.
We don't go to Times Square,
But
but that's just you.
But
That's
my
for
point.
you.
Times Square is for tourists, but he's talking about Broadway. But there's nothing down there but tourists.
Listen, I know a lot
How many
of
Broadway plays you been to this year?
2.
2.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's it.
I've been to like 8.
You're gayer. Like, what do you want to say right now?
And I know y'all are life.
You're the president of Euler.
And I love New York City. New York has been great.
You realize you're making my case. You say, what does New York have to offer? And
Yeah.
you're coming into New York for the thing that I just said
But
it
I
has
have
to
a
offer.
career.
Let me tell you.
I have an actual career.
Let me ask you a question.
What is that?
No. I think what Charlamagne is saying is this, and I don't know if you're 45 years old, you got a family of 3, and you're working for UPS, for example, right? And you're busting your ass and you're grinding, and your rent is astronomical,
New York
and
ain't
the
the place
amount of
for
money, it's a struggle to do that. 100%. I get that, and 100%. I think a lot of people would probably agree with you. I think there are a lot of people that are in those positions are like, you know what, I might have to move out to the suburbs. I got to provide for my family. This rent is just unbelievable. It's crazy. But for the 22 to like 32-year-old who has that like, it's almost like a rite of passage. You finish college, you move to New York, you get into the hustle, you're an artist, you're going to take some job that you hate so you could work on your fucking art and you're going to achieve your dreams. There's nothing more exciting. You walk out your building, bro. You walk out your building and all of a sudden you're going to see some fucking celebrity walking, and a celebrity you actually respect, walking down the street, walking their dog. You're like, what the fuck was that? You're going to walk into a restaurant.
Now?
Yes, dude. You're going to walk into a restaurant.
Yes.
You're going to walk into a restaurant from a country you didn't even know existed and try a food that you didn't know what has been created. It's like everything is at your fingertips in this city in a way that's not in other places.
Oh, when you say celebrity, you mean like somebody that's here visiting because they're...
No. Somebody could be walking outside.
Robert De Niro?
Yeah.
You leave.
Dude,
Like he's 80.
I walked into a restaurant the other day. I literally
And
bumped
you.
into Conan O'Brien. And I was just like, oh. And I kept
Conan is
walking.
50-something years old.
It doesn't matter, but I'm just
No matter
saying
how old they
everything's
are.
just like right
It's
there.
there to you. Like
I get what you're saying, but there's other places you can experience that.
No.
Yes, it is. Atlanta, you can experience that.
Yeah,
LA, you
Atlanta
can
a
experience
little
that. What are we talking about, guys? You can experience that in Austin nowadays. Like,
Listen, I think the biggest threat to New York outside of affordability is the internet. Because I think the internet is what's undercutting.
explain.
I just look at my kids and I'm like, I always had this vision of like raising kids in New York and like, because to me, even coming from somewhere like Philly, which is very adjacent, New York was always 3 months ahead, 5 months ahead. They had the music first, they had the fashion first, you know, and then most of the country was behind Philly. Other parts of the country could have been a year and a half behind New York, right? But the New York kids were all, you know, Canal Jeans Company. Oh my God, that's where they, you know, you pick any of these institutions and they got to see music before anybody else. Yeah, you can go down the list.
But now you're saying the internet
It's all on the
homogenized
phone.
culture.
My kids are consuming the same culture largely that somebody in Arkansas is consuming.
Yeah.
Or somebody in...
The difference is in Arkansas, and this is not like defining
That's what
factor.
you said. My kids also get on the subway every day.
Remote work helped. I think remote work,
And
I
that-
think changed
that-
shit
Yo,
too.
That too.
I think remote work showed us that, like, hey, there are other awesome places that are awesome for different reasons.
Yeah.
Right.
People moved out to Utah and they're like, oh my God, like New Yorkers for the first time in our lives were like, yo, nature's kind of fire.
Florida, you went to
Florida
Miami for
was,
COVID.
I loved
You
it.
know what I'm
I loved
saying?
I was so happy in Miami, I couldn't write jokes.
You bumping the celebrities all day there in Miami. If that's what you care about.
It's not about bumping the celebrities, but I guess what my point is, like, there is just so much and so much excitement. There's an energy on the street in this city that is unlike any other place I've ever been. I've traveled the whole country. I've traveled a lot of the world. Like, I'm not saying there are other places that aren't amazing. I mean, shit, if you have kids in this city, like, in all seriousness, if you have kids in the city and you can get them into a good school, New York and probably London are the only places on the planet. New York and London are the only places on the planet where if you get your kid into a good school, their peer group will end up being as successful as all the people who go to Harvard for the same reason. What I'm trying to say is when people go to Harvard, it's not just for the education. It's for the fact that all the people going there are some prince's kid, a senator's son, a president's this. But you have that in elementary and middle school.
I can tell you,
Not me. I went to public school, but if you can get into a good school.
You have it in public school too.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Some.
But less so
Some.
than if you're
Some.
going to one of these
I'll
bougie.
probably bleep this, but the school my kids go to in Jersey,
Yeah.
it's unbelievable.
That's what I'm saying. So
Like it's unbelievable. But it's private school though.
So, but the value of that peer group is, I mean, it's just indescribable, right? It's like the access that you have for those people, and those are going to be their true friends. They're not friends because they were networking. They're friends because they first, learned how to finger a girl together. Like they have core memories with these people, and then they go
You can
on
do that in a poor and disenfranchised area.
even more
In
so.
fact, it's better.
Damn right, get a little Cheeto dust.
I mean, it's like I got a family
nobody's finger in a
friend.
wealthy area.
This kid just promoted a party for it's one of Playboy Cardi, Destroy Lonely. I don't even know who this person is. He's 16 years old. He goes to LaGuardia. He just threw a party with 3,000 people. He cleared like $100,000 at the door. Like this kid is on a trajectory.
You can only do that here.
You can only do it in New York.
You can only do it here.
Shut your arrogant New York asses up. That is not true.
Okay.
What the fuck?
You can do it easier here than you can in Columbia, South Carolina.
Yes, but you've named Columbia, South Carolina. What about Atlanta, Georgia?
Yeah,
what
you can
about
do
Los
it.
Angeles, California? What about Austin, Texas? What about Miami, Florida?
You can do it easier here.
No.
And it's cooler
It's cooler.
It is.
Why'd you go to Miami for COVID?
because there
open.
was COVID.
And Miami's fly.
Well, no, because they don't believe in
You
rules.
get on a plane and go to Miami for the weekend.
They don't
it was
believe in
because
rules.
Everything was still open.
Why you go to the Hamptons every weekend?
That shit is fire.
You see what I'm saying? You barely hit either.
New York.
But that's still New York.
I'm not gonna lie. I was in LA last week. I would move there tomorrow if I had the money.
See, I don't feel, but see,
Yo, but I'm
with you. I don't like LA. Listen, I'm not saying I don't like LA. LA is cool. I'm just saying
If you could do it at the highest level, it'd be amazing.
So my
we here
my,
at the highest level.
My issue with LA is a philosophical one.
Yes.
In that, like, one of the coolest things about New York is we still value greatness,
Authenticity.
Like
Yes.
Curtis Sliwa is a celebrity to us because he's this unique, interesting character. The best skateboarder is going to be popping here. The best artist is going to be popping here, and we gravitate to them. We love them. Whereas LA is a star-based city. It's built around entertainment superstars. So you could be the star of the biggest movie that sucks, and you're going to get way more love than like the indie director that's
Interesting
really
person. Fuck that. Just an interesting person.
We gotta be honest though. Like
we value interesting
Right.
artists and great people here. And what is interesting, I'll give credit to some of the billionaires. What the billionaires realize, and this is what the tech bros are starting to realize, is like they work their whole life to make billions of dollars thinking that that's going to make everyone like them. And then they realize that they can't get laid. And then they start going, fuck, like I thought once I had all this money, my life would be good. And then they go, shit. So then they start hanging out with the party guys and they see if they can, entrench themselves into those groups. New York, you don't need to be the tech bro to get. Matter of fact, there are clubs right now that are like actively trying to not let the hedge funds and tech guys in because they think it's going to fuck the vibe up.
Yep.
It's never just been, I got the most money. And once it does,
That's
it starts
true.
to become uncool.
But we got to admit that there was a time New York had more of that, a lot more of that. Like, who's the last huge artist to come out of New York City? Cardi.
Cardi B.
Who's the last huge comedian to come out of New York City? Andrew. But think about how few and far between that's been just over the last decade.
Charlamagne is a kid who reps New York.
I didn't know Timothy was from New York.
He went to the same school as...
Okay, dope.
No, he went to PCS?
No, he went. Well, I know he went to LaGuardia. He's
Went to
a lad
LaGuardia,
kid.
and then I think he went to NYU.
He's born, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a city
Okay,
kid.
so 3 people.
I mean, that's recent.
They're more.
Shit, but they was in the 90s. Think about the 80s and the 90s.
Also,
when New York was really the hub of culture.
I think what's also happened is like we've become older, so we're less aware of what's going on.
Yeah.
And I also think the internet has created 1,000 different cultures. Like we don't exist in monoculture anymore. There's like 1,000 different small things. So where like you were telling me that kid threw this party with 3,000 people, none of us knew that shit happened, but 16-years-olds were probably like, yo, this is the craziest party
crazy.
ever.
Yeah.
I just think that with all of, and I go back to my original point, with all of the money that we spend in New York, if New York looked as futuristic, New York should look like the fucking city in the Jetsons at this point. That's all I'm saying.
I
It's
think-
New York City.
I think I would change what it looks like. I think I would go like, if you felt like you were getting things for that money.
Yes.
And this is something I was talking to Zohran about. It's like, listen, we have an antagonistic relationship with government in general. Like that's the history of America. Like, hey, we don't want to pay those taxes. Let's go to war about it. Like we set up our whole governmental system assuming that there were going to be corrupt people and they were going to try to usurp power. And we're like, all right, well, let's divide this shit up so they can't do it. So we already don't trust government. So we haven't actually lived in a place where the government, we felt like, was doing something for us. So I was like, listen, if you can be successful and convince New Yorkers that the government can help them, you could change the way we see government. But you're going up against 400 years of us going, government sucks and government tries to fuck you. So you're going to run into a lot of pressure.
I think New York just governs itself.
Well, that's why we don't vote for mayor. That's why none of us care.
Right.
Yo, have you, how many, like...
I vote.
Son.
I vote everything, though.
Yeah.
I'm one of those outliers.
I bet
even
you
midterms.
whoever
I'll be
comes
honest
in
with you.
and puts money into the city. Yo, the subways. What if the subways look like the Amtrak from fucking New York to DC, where you could get nice food and fucking some drinks? The subways don't even look good for all the money that they spend.
It is crazy that they haven't found a way for the subways to make money. We literally have to use it.
Because of the way it looks.
You need to let like some drug dealer run a subway. Like, you know what I mean? Like
that's all I'm saying.
It's addiction, bro. It's addiction at the end of the day. We have to use it. How do you not find a way to make this profitable?
Have you ever rode the train from New York to DC?
Yeah.
When you ride the train from New York to DC, you'll see elected officials on there. You'll see senators on there because you can actually
go. Because it costs more money to get on.
Because it's worth it.
No, it's not worth it to spend $100 a fucking day to drive into the city.
All I'm saying is for the money that the subways make, they can look better than they do.
The subways don't make
MTA
money.
is a fucked up.
That's all I'm saying. Why are we arguing? Like the MTA looks disgusting.
No, nobody's arguing with that. I'm actually trying to talk about like how clearly inept they are.
Yeah.
Like it's fucked up. Like how is it possible that this place? Now, what I'll also say is that it's a 24-hour system, and I think it might be the only one that exists in the Western Hemisphere.
That was largely built 100 years ago, and they can't shut it down. That's the problem. You can never...
Yeah, you shut it down, 8 million people are going to be like, the fuck is going on here?
Well, start the construction, bro. The same way they've been working on the GWB for fucking 20 plus years. Start the construction on it, bro.
But how do you do construction
I
when
don't
people are
know.
using it?
I don't know.
You know what you got to do? And I'll be honest with you, this sounds fucked up. And like, there are going to be a bunch of like developers that make a whole lot of money off it, and people are going to be upset. But you almost need to go, for the next 10 years, developers, build whatever the fuck you want, and you don't got to pay taxes on it.
Casco,
You just need to say,
I love that
say
idea.
it.
They already don't.
Now they do now. That's why they're not building.
But here's my question, which
When
I
they
don't
worked,
understand.
they were building though.
The most influential group historically in New York, at least for the last 100 years, has been the developers when it comes to politics. They have the most money and they throw it around the most. From what you're saying about Zohran's plan, it would actually be a windfall for them because it only works if you can build new units.
But he wants to build it with the government. I mean, he's saying
But
he
why
wants to
wouldn't
work
they be
with-
behind him then?
He says he want to work with local developers, whatever. But like, they don't have the incentive structure based on profitability that he wants, right? It's like the only reason why these luxury buildings are going up is because that's the only thing you can make
put
money.
one little bullshit, kindergarten in the first floor, they get a tax abatement, and then the rest of it is market price units, and
Listen,
you
look.
can't sell it that way.
The point is we have a real rent issue here. And the only way you get around the rent issue is by having more, it's supply and demand. You got to have more units. And in order to do that, you got to let these developers fucking develop. I don't know Zohran thinks that the city can do it, like the government can do it. I don't know if that's been proven to us to be effective in the past. So
that's going to be tough, bro.
Then you have housing projects, essentially.
Sliwa actually has the best approach in terms of actually solving it. Like he's like, we're going to wipe back all this regulation. Now, the problem is it won't protect these people that are in rent stabilized. It won't protect these people that are in rent control. Like a lot of those might lose their thing so that people start renovating those places. You don't have the
Tenants will
vacancies.
get fucked.
So tenants will get fucked. But
Yeah.
he actually has a thing that in the long term will help the most people, which is more housing.
If Zohran wins, he needs to find a place for Curtis in his goddamn administration, yo. Make Curtis police commissioner or something. Like something, bro.
He's
Curtis
so
got to
good.
be in the administration. Listen, how does China have so much development and innovation? Because they're hundreds of years old as a country.
China's
They're cooking the
real
books.
estate, economy has collapsed
I said they're
spectacularly.
cooking the books, not the barks. Sorry, Chris. Sorry.
But my point is, you can see China.
Yeah, but the problem is they put so much money into it, and it was all.
What
No,
do we?
watch.
But there was no real market for it, and now you have literally entire cities,
Ghost cities.
of abandoned high rises.
I think they're even
Okay,
destroying some
so
of them.
America, New York City in particular, has billions and billions of dollars that they don't put into it. And we know if we did, the people wouldn't go anywhere.
How
It wouldn't
about
be
this?
a ghost town in
But
New
we
York.
need drag queens to read to the kids.
Could we build?
This is what we need.
How about this? What does New York City have that it doesn't utilize right now?
Prostitutes.
That outside of
What?
that.
What? Fucking Diddy scared everybody, bro.
A lot of
Diddy
coastline.
scared everybody. Diddy scared everybody, bro. Prostitutes ain't worked since.
Prostitutes.
Coastline.
Yeah.
How about we build
Chris.
barges?
Hold on.
Wait a minute.
We build barges.
Chris accessing a different level of Jewish brain power right now. I didn't even know this was possible. You're trying to put the black people back on the boats?
Back on the
what
boat.
What the fuck is going on here?
Everybody.
Damn, Chris.
Everybody get back on the boat.
You want us to live on boats?
We came in from Ellis Island. Now we're going to go back to the boats.
Chris, we're not going to.
What is Chris saying right now? What is Chris saying?
You
This
could
guy's
build
crazy, bro. This
permanent
guy's
barges and all this. You know, when they built everything in New York City, they thought water was actually unhealthy. So in most places in the world, the coastline is the most valuable piece of property. In New York, it's the opposite. They put all the housing projects, all the junk around the coast. So these are coastlines that no one's using for recreation or, you know, beautiful views, what have you. It's underutilized. You build all these barges along the East River, in the bay, whatever, and you put fucking 30-story buildings on those.
There's got to be a reason that's not happening.
I mean, Trump did that shit on the West Side Highway.
Yeah, they had that COVID boat, right? They had the COVID floating hospital.
No, he just built
Who
a bunch
wants to
of
live
buildings.
on that,
Yeah.
though?
Landfill.
Yeah.
They put landfill.
They-
World Trade Center was
They
landfill.
did landfill.
Trump shit is landfill.
So basically just make Manhattan bigger.
Do we need one of those
Just like
rivers?
add land.
So you want people to actually live in the barges?
Environmentalist Chris has gone out the window. See what a housing crisis will do? See what a housing crisis.
Do you really need the East River?
Put them in the boats.
This is fucking crazy. So you want them to live on the barges?
We need a little separation from Jersey, Chris. We can't get too close. We need a little
But
separation.
Jersey is where it's at, baby.
Where do you live again?
I'm not telling nobody.
Damn, I
But
thought we could out 'em.
Jersey's where it's at. Okay, they building Netflix
Pave
in
over
Jersey. They
one of those
building
rivers.
Lionsgate in Jersey.
I'm bullish on Jersey.
Yes. Well, Lionsgate is in Newark, New Jersey right now.
The
Netflix is in Monmouth.
Well,
Monmouth, it is Monmouth. It is. Look it up, yo. Monmouth. It is.
if you was going to catch him, what would you say?
That's
Put
actually,
your dick in
No,
my mouth.
put your dick in my mouth.
Like, why
But
would
no,
you-
it's Monmouth. What is it? M-O-N-M. Look it
You
up.
said Monmouth.
You know I can't pronounce shit. That's
Nah,
why
but-
people get offended when I mispronounce their name. Like, do you listen to me?
But you have a part of your brain that makes you pronounce something in the most
Look it up, man.
gay way possible.
Look up Netflix. Look it up, Chris. You think I'm making this up, man? It's Monmouth.
It's Monmouth.
It is?
Yeah.
Hold on. But it's spelled Monmouth.
No, to you it is because something's going in your mouth that way. And you like.
Look how it's spelled. M-O-N-M-O-U-T-H.
Do you know what mon means in French?
No.
My.
My mouth. See?
Yeah.
Netflix is building a $1 billion studio complex at the former Fort Monmouth in Monmouth County, New Jersey, with an expected opening in 2028. Yo, what do you think about
It's funny when he says it, but it's just funny.
what do you think about Spotify and The Ringer doing their deal with Netflix?
Oh, that's right. They're going to put some of the
16 shows. It's 8 sports shows, 8 lifestyle shows on Netflix. What do you think about that? And I think they're taking all that stuff off YouTube. There's just going to be clips on YouTube, but you can go watch the full episodes on Netflix. What do you think about that?
I think it's a great deal for The Ringer. I think they don't lose much because I think the most of their listens come from audio. So it's not a huge sacrifice for them video-wise. I think doing it for a big video podcast, it'd be a lot trickier. But doing it for a big audio podcast, they're like, all right, we're getting a few thousand views on shows here on YouTube. It's no big sacrifice. We could go to another place. And then I think they probably don't charge them too much. And then I think Netflix gets to test if people will listen or watch podcasts on their platform.
Well, they already got podcasts on the platform.
Which one?
Netflix has some original ones. They don't have any like the Bill Simmons or rewatchables, but they have some original ones that they've done.
Like
What's
one?
the name of it?
They've done what do you
true crime one.
What do you call a reaction podcast to an
reaction
existing TV
podcast
show?
to shows. Because didn't Crystal have one on, or am I making that up?
No, that wasn't on Netflix.
Oh, it was on Netflix?
Yeah, that was HBO.
And the other thing too, it's not global. It's just America.
I think it's a good test. Like Netflix gets to probably for not that much money test if people will watch long form podcasts on their network, and if they will, then they go, why the fuck are we spending $200 million on a movie that people watch when we could spend a few $1 million on a podcast that they're going to watch every single week?
Yeah.
It's just a cheaper endeavor. A movie costs $200 million, bro. It's insane how much movies cost.
Yes, I'm with you 100%. But if I go to Netflix, I'm not going to Netflix to watch podcasts per se, right? Like YouTube is the place where you just get lost in all of that type of shit. I wonder if shows like The Ringer, shows like Bill Simmons' podcast, The Rewatchables, can they keep the same level of production?
That's my question.
And be successful on Netflix?
What do you mean?
Because Bill Simmons is just like, you go pull up one of his videos to watch The Ringer. It's not even
this. It's this.
Yeah, he got a set, but it's like
I feel like this is not even. This is better.
This is kind of high. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't even know.
This is kind of high level. Some people are just using Riverside. Like pull up, and I love Bill. Salute to Bill Simmons. But pull up like Bill Simmons, podcast and just look how it looks. I just like, okay, see, this is an example, right?
I'm trying to find one with his actual studio. I think it's like this one.
I think, yeah. So look, cool background, right? Real close up on him. You don't see what he could have on, no underwear for all we know.
Yeah, I've seen this. I had that poster, by the way. But it's like a lot of 70s and 80s memorabilia, personalized for him.
And I like it. I like the background, but is this Netflix is what I'm saying. Or do you even have to do that now?
Well, I think the bigger question isn't even like production value. And I think Netflix said this in their press release. Is this the end of late night talk shows as we've known it? And this is your late night talk show.
Yeah, it's been this way though. Like we've known that for a while. I think what they're testing to see is, do people care about high production value? And the reality is, nobody goes on Netflix and they're like, this production value better be a lot fucking better than what I was watching before. Yeah, they just go on Netflix like, what is gonna distract me? And if they could do that with Bill, like if they could do that, again, I assume Netflix's goal is not to just be TV and movies.
They can't be anymore.
Exactly. So I assume what their goal is, they're doing live events, right? Imagine you could watch an NBA game on Netflix and then immediately after watch Bill talk about what happened
in the NBA game. You have to.
So I think this is their like dipping their toes in.
I think it's genius for both parties because you're just taking eyes away from YouTube, which was free eyes for the most part.
Exactly.
And everybody already has Netflix. So it's going to be easy to convert people like, oh, hey, you want to keep watching? Just watch me on Netflix. For no additional charge.
I agree. Netflix is probably the easiest streaming platform to do this on because Netflix is like, it's everywhere, bro. That shit is on remote controls,
Kill
bro.
Tony did it first.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Kill Tony is a podcast. It's a live podcast. Mm-hmm. And Netflix, I think, ordered 4 of them a year, 8 of them a year, 12 of them. I'm not exactly sure. So
recently, it was on.
Yeah, it's been happening regularly.
I never saw
they
it.
made a deal with this, so it's like they're testing to see like, can these things happen? Now, granted, that is like a live event show. There's production value to that. You're doing it in arenas. It's a little bit different, but still, I think they're testing. Will people watch long form content that's inexpensive to make?
Yeah.
And nothing would make them happier than finding out that we will be willing to watch 2 hours of a podcast that costs a fraction of what the newest Expendables movie
and that's a
costs.
franchise that you come back to every week.
I thought during the writer's strike, man, when the writer's strike happened, the most recent writer's strike, I was like, yo, the last time there was a writer's strike, it was the rise of reality television, right? And so I thought this, and I was telling my agents and everything, like, with this writer's strike, it should be the rise of podcasting because we're doing this already. We're shooting our own content. All you got to do is take it, put the catalog up on your motherfucking platform, put our new episodes out every week, and see what the fuck happens. It's not going to cost you anything. You just cut us a motherfucking check. You know what I'm saying? We're already doing our own production and see what the fuck happens. So it is going to be interesting to watch. I don't know.
I think there is a production floor, though. I don't think it has to be high. But, like, I think Bill Simmons in his studio is one thing versus, like, Bill Simmons
on Zoom
at his desk on Zoom talking to somebody else. I think if you were on Netflix and you got that, maybe that would feel a little, or does it not matter?
Let me tell you why I don't think it matters.
Okay.
I think we've gotten to a point where the screen is the screen.
Right.
People are watching Netflix on their phone or iPad. Remember, we're old. Like, we watch Netflix on our TV screen at home. But even now, people are casting things on their TV screen. Once the screen is the screen, it doesn't really matter. How many times do we see Brilliant Idiots, someone takes a screenshot, posts that they're watching it on their TV at home?
Oh, all the time. I see that with Breakfast Club content, Brilliant Idiots content, everything. But You're sleeping on our production value, bro.
Our production value.
Come on, bro.
We
in a
changed the
fucking
game.
set,
Look at
bro.
this.
Like we're sitting in the fucking studio,
Got
bro.
books,
Like, come
bro.
on, you know what I'm saying?
Some of them you wrote.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's a little bit different. But I will say this about Spotify too. I mean, is it worth? Just hear me out. I'm not saying it's not. I just want this discussion. Is it worth taking your full videos off YouTube, which is global, putting them on Netflix, which is just in the US?
For The Ringer, yes, because they don't really get views on YouTube like that. For us, the bag would have to be bigger because we're going, oh shit, a significant portion of our audience is on, what's it called? There's other shows, not just The Ringer. There's another one that's like mostly audio.
It's the Dissect. I saw was part of the deal,
Sure,
which is a music breakdown show.
I bet even like the New York Times, like I bet any of those type of pods, like where it's like people can watch it on YouTube, sure, but the majority of people are listening to it. Those pods, I think that there's no sacrifice or there's minimal sacrifice for them to go to Netflix.
I'm just surprised for Spotify because Spotify has been doing a push to get more video content and for like trying to convert YouTubers onto the.
Oh, that bit stopped working. When they had their own video platform and they was trying to get people to pay for it behind the paywall,
No, not even behind the paywall. Now it's like if you just have your phone open, then you see the video, but you can still close your phone and just listen as audio.
Yeah.
And they've been trying to push that, so I'm actually surprised they're moving away from that.
I mean, it's hard to turn down Netflix, bro.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard to turn. The only other place that's probably harder to turn down than Netflix is maybe Apple.
Yeah.
Right? Apple would be cool, right? Like Apple would be a cool a partner. I can't think of nobody else after that. Maybe Amazon?
Yeah, I think Netflix is the best. Most people have Netflix.
Because everybody got Netflix, bro. Netflix is like that shit is on remote controls already, bro.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If it's there, and people will watch it.
Yeah, the only thing that's on the remote is Netflix,
Amazon Prime.
and YouTube.
Disney.
Disney's on remotes now?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
All right, let's pay some bills, guys. Schulz, you use Cash App, right?
Yes, sir.
Fuck doesn't, okay? Listen, man. Cash App does more than you think when it comes to having your back and making sure your money stays your money. If you direct deposit at least $300 in paychecks each month and use the Cash App card for purchases, you can unlock up to $200 in free overdraft coverage, okay? If you overdraft unexpectedly, there are no hidden fees. Manage your money on your terms and take advantage of free overdraft coverage up to $200 on Cash App today. For a limited time only, new Cash App customers can use our exclusive code to earn some additional cash for real. Okay, just download Cash App, use our exclusive referral code IDIOTS in your profile, send $5 to a friend within 14 days, and you'll get $10 dropped right into your account. Terms apply. That's money. That's Cash App. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App Bank's partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank member FDIC. Overdraft coverage provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures. And this episode of Brilliant Idiots is also brought to you by Prize Picks. Salute to Prize Picks, man. They sent a nice little note to Lauren LaRosa the other day. I forgot why. We had their back for something. Oh, it was the LeBron James
Decision?
No, yeah, the fake decision. The guy sued. There was a guy who sued.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he ended up getting something. Some type of settlement, not from LeBron, but from somebody. But this episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this football season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right, okay? Salute to my Dallas Cowboys for having the #1 offense in the league. So if you ever want to bet that mother-freaking Dak Prescott is going to throw for over 200 yards and 3 touchdowns, you better put that money down because you're probably right. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. If you get your picks right, you can cash in. Prize Picks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Want to put more on Josh Allen's pass yards? Huh? Rush yards and touchdowns? Now you can pick all of them in the same lineup only on Prize Picks, okay? Follow other Prize Picks players directly on the app and copy their lineups in one click, whether it's a friend, a celebrity partner, or just someone whose picks you like. Hit the follow button and check out every lineup they create in the new feed tab on Prize Picks. Prize Picks also offers injury reboots. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. Prize Picks puts their users first, so all withdrawals are fast and secure. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick and easy deposits into your account this football season. Join millions of users and sign up for America's #1 fantasy sports app. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code IDIOTS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code IDIOTS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks is good to be right. Let's get back to the show. Hezekiah Walker, you got church announcements?
I have mosque announcements.
Talk to me, man.
Yeah, now that I have been converted to communism.
Okay.
People gonna take you serious. Watch.
Say again?
People gonna take you serious.
We don't have time for that.
Yeah, I can't be taken seriously.
Yeah, we don't have time for people taking
we
stuff
just
like this
let
serious.
people bicker on the internet. That's what we have fun.
You really
they
should.
bicker.
I'm serious. That's the best thing, bro. Stop engaging. Throw the fucking rock and hide your hand. Y'all are crazy. Y'all keep on this.
Don't tell them.
Yeah, okay.
Don't tell them what we do, bro. Don't tell them what we do.
Never mind.
If you tell them what we do, then they might not react.
Yeah, like go.
I mean, we're angry. Stop it. Stop it. Stop talking about Rion.
Are you back doing shows yet?
Yeah. Well, I'm back getting up again. Getting up again. So that's gonna be the next. That's gonna be the next few months. Is really just kind of getting back in the clubs, grinding, and putting together another hour.
Got you.
Yeah.
My church announcement, Friday, I'll be in Columbia, South Carolina. I'll be home in the Metro. It's University of South Carolina homecoming, my wife's alma mater. And I'm doing a book conversation, I'm moderating a conversation with Don Staley and Asia Wilson. You know, Don Staley, she put out a book, Uncommon Favor, on my book imprint, Black Privilege Publishing, earlier this year. Been on the New York Times bestsellers list for weeks. And, you know, we're having a conversation about the book at the Colonial Life Arena this Friday at 4:30 p.m. And then right after that, they're having an exhibition game against Anderson, South Carolina. And yes, Asia Wilson will be joining us for that conversation. Big Asia, greatest WNBA player ever. Argue with your freaking mother, okay? I don't got time to be arguing with y'all about who the greatest WNBA player of all time. We know it's Asia Wilson. Cut it the fuck out.
Who would say otherwise?
People who actually watch the sport.
Who would say?
I watch the WNBA though, but I mean, she's the best to me. You know what I'm saying?
Like, but who else is in the
Maya
running?
Moore.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Maya Moore. You know what I was thinking too? I want to say this real quick. Lisa Leslie should be the WNBA commissioner. Because I saw Kathy. I know people have had their issues with Kathy Engelbert, I think her name is. She even got booed, you know, when the Aces won the championship and she had to present the trophies.
Oh, that's how you know it's popping.
Yeah, you know, because she made a comment that I think she denied that she even said that. I'm not sure, but
what?
I just think that what is this? NBA commissioner makes big admission about.
What's this back?
That's Adam Silver though. I'm talking about the WNBA commissioner. Her name is Kathy Engelbert. I just think Lisa Leslie would make a great commissioner for the WNBA, bro.
Yeah, why?
I just had that revelation the other day because she's not just a player, you know, a founding player of the WNBA, and she actually knows the players. I think sometimes in those positions, you know, you need people who actually know what the league needs.
Has there ever been an ex-player who's the commissioner of a sports league?
I don't think so.
Look,
I don't
man,
think so.
I agree 100%. Can we move on?
Shut the fuck up.
I don't know how much longer I can pretend to give a flying fuck who the commissioner of WNBA is.
Yo, Lisa Leslie,
What?
I'm rooting for you. I don't give a fuck what show
Yo,
this
get
talking
your
about.
money, Lisa.
Okay, I want to see Lisa
Love
Leslie
you.
as
Get
the
it.
WNBA commissioner. I'm not even here to create an argument for it. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, you just gotta think.
Throw it out there, okay? Lisa Leslie should be the new WNBA commissioner. Argue
Bro,
amongst
y'all
yourselves.
deal with it.
Argue
Y'all
amongst
figure it.
yourselves.
She's not qualified.
Argue amongst yourselves. What else we got, Alex? What happened in pop culture this week, man? Rest in peace,
Chris was
D'Angelo.
angry. Chris was angry right there. You see that?
Why?
Because you were about to
The
you were about to take away one of the few positions for Jewish people in sports.
Hilarious.
Commissioner,
That is
that's
true.
our
That
only.
is true.
shout out David Stern. Shout out
The GOAT.
Adam
The
Silver.
GOAT. Adam in.
I mean, Adam is at the helm during the most successful time in the history of the NBA. We might, you know what I mean? Like, you got to give credit where
Is it
credit
the most
is due.
successful time?
Financially, these guys
but
are
I mean,
making
yeah.
crazy money.
Yeah, I guess. Is that his fault? Is that because of him, though?
Let's give him a little credit. He's an odd-looking guy.
Crazy last name to be Jewish, bro.
Is he Jewish?
I didn't know he was Jewish.
If he's not Jewish, I'd be very surprised.
That was Chris that said that. I just want to clarify.
And Chris is Jewish, okay?
We kinda.
Huh?
Kinda,
A
though.
little bit, right?
I don't know if Chris is Jewish. I don't know if Chris is Jewish.
Do the Jews consider me Jewish?
Say again?
Do the Jews consider me Jewish?
Yeah, until they hear your views on Palestine.
All right, but still, I'm still a Jew, baby.
Yeah, I don't know. No one really knows what you look like. Most people assume that
I look like a Jew. There's no question I look like a Jew.
Yeah,
What?
I
Listen,
think.
all right, so I don't.
Son, what was this energy? Chris been on Lyme disease for the last 6 months.
My Lyme's is killing.
He perked the
I'm going to be
fuck up.
honest with you, man. I don't know how I feel about this, Chris, because you've been ducking your Jewish heritage
No,
for the last couple of years. What happened? What could have
No,
happened?
not at all.
There's a
Not at all.
ceasefire.
Not at all.
Now he's coming out the tunnels.
I can give credit to guys like Dub. Dub been repping his set, bro,
Son.
the whole time.
That's right.
All right, Chris, you've been kind of taking your
we're not-
glasses off so your eyes look a little, like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just a little, you know.
Dub had the yarmulke on when
You see what I'm
Zohran walked
saying?
in.
You know,
Let's
whoa.
not
He
get
had the
crazy.
yarmulke
Let's
on.
not get crazy.
Headbanging.
You see, look, you
Say
see-
what?
So let's not get crazy. Man. I went to a bar mitzvah last year.
Okay.
Yo, stop. I have a black friend. Stop that shit. I was invited to the barbecue once.
What happened at the bar mitzvah, Chris?
So I parked my car.
Okay.
And then put the money in, went inside, put the yarmulke on.
Yeah.
And then halfway through, I forgot to replenish the meter. So I ran out, forgot to take the thing off. I'm like, hold on. People are looking at me different here.
You see what I'm saying?
The energy. I was like, fuck this.
You see what I'm saying? He took it off. See, that's what I'm saying, Chris. That's why we questioning you, bro.
I don't rock it like Dove.
Nah,
I
they
give him all the
thought
credit.
you was taking money out of the parking
out of the
meter.
meter.
Looking at Chris like, yo, does he got a magnet attached to that shit? How's he doing that?
It's like, oh,
He got a corner on a string.
oh my God.
Hey,
what
man.
else we got, Alex?
See, Zohran changed me, bro.
Chris is.
Are you voting for Zohran?
I've told you I'm from New York. We don't vote in the mayoral
Why y'all
election.
fronting on Curtis, though, bro?
I honestly,
Curtis makes a lot of sense
I
to me,
might have
bro.
to vote for Curtis, bro. I might have to go vote for Curtis.
Curtis makes a lot of sense to me, bro. I like honest people.
I might have to vote for Curtis.
You will
bro.
get me every time just being honest, bro.
I know.
Zo's honest.
I have no problem with Zohran Mamdani. You know how I get, man. When you overhype something, I gotta be the opposite.
Yo,
you know
I
what
know.
I'm saying?
He's not even from here, so he wants to be a hipster. No, but I like Curtis, bro. I like Curtis. Curtis is
Like,
fire.
I just feel like, I like Zohran Mamdani. I like his messaging, I tell you that. But, like, when I hear, like, Mehdi Hassan was like, oh, he's a generational talent. I'm like, what are we talking about,
Because Mehdi never
man?
said that about you, bro.
No.
Zohran Mamdani is both a once-in-a-generation political talent in terms of his communication skills, in terms of his policy platform, in terms of his charisma. He's once in a generation, like Obama-esque. No doubt about that. Even his enemies concede that. But at the same time, he's also benefited. He's a lucky candidate in that he has his opposition divided between three people, two of whom are clearly freaks. And I'm not talking about Curtis Sliwa.
I don't know if he's a once-in-a-lifetime generational talent. We talk about generational talent.
Yo.
Who's a generational political talent to you?
Barack Obama.
Okay, who's a generational
I don't even
political
agree
talent
with
to you?
that. I thought he was overhyped.
Really?
The two of my lifetime, Clinton and Trump.
There's no question Clinton,
No
no question Trump.
No
Pure
question Clinton.
political beasts.
No question
Right?
Clinton.
Yo, you know
No
what?
question Trump either.
No question.
But see, the only reason I
No
grade,
question,
I grade
Trump.
Trump on a curve, and I'll tell you why. He's not a politician.
So you got
He's not a cripple. He's
you
a
got
celebrity.
higher standards for somebody. I
Everything
see what
Trump
you're
does,
saying.
he's supposed to do because of his background. You know what
That's
I'm
a
saying?
good point. That's a good point.
He's already a celebrity. He had all of that.
Now
you know
Clinton
what
was generational. I wasn't around for Reagan,
He was good.
but apparently
Kennedy looked generational to me.
Yeah. Kennedy looked generational.
Kennedy, I wasn't there, but he looked generational. I think Obama was generational.
Yeah.
Obama was generational.
Yeah, Obama was
Chris,
generational.
you're bugging on that one.
Yeah.
Obama was generational.
You've been around too many black guys.
And Mamdani is early, but also he can't run for president, so I don't think he'll have as much of an impact just being from New York.
Nah, that's not true.
Like everybody else you named was presidents.
Yeah, and Trump's from New York. You can be, if you got it, you got it.
I'm saying like he can't be a
Cox
generational talent because he'll never be able to run for president to get up there.
No, I don't think that. I don't think he's a generational talent just because I don't see that shit. Like, he's cool. I like his messaging. I think he's good. He's really good.
He's early. He's like a guy who played 1 year in college and
Obama
has a lot of athleticism. Maybe it'll translate.
I remember listening to Barack Obama on Wendy Williams' show, and he was promoting the audacity of hope, and you was like, "Who is that?" I never heard of him. You like, who is that guy?
I'm saying here in New York, everybody's like, who's this Zoe guy?
That's not true.
Yes, everybody.
That's not true.
No, here in New York, people are. He is very good, but he is speaking, and his political talent to me is not like the schmooze. It's recognizing exactly what the problem that people have is and speaking to it, and that's what Trump did. That is what these other guys just can't do.
And by the way, and it's not a tough problem to see if you just open your goddamn eyes. Yeah, shit is too expensive every fucking way.
Why would Cuomo know that? You know what I mean? Cuomo had never had to worry about rent in the last fucking 100 years.
It's also that he took a stand, let's call it, on Gaza when none of the other Democrats. I think that was as much as the affordability.
I think that's when he
tapped into something because a lot of people felt that.
You know what he tapped into?
What's that?
More Trump energy.
Ooh.
America first.
America first.
And New York first.
New York first.
That's what it was. Come on, when somebody asks you a question, you running a mayor race and somebody asking you about a foreign country, and you're like, bro, what are we talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Why
like,
you asking
about
me
New
this
York. That's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All that messaging works. The messaging of affordability, the messaging of you first. Come on, guys. Well, you acting like you never tricked a girl before. You're the only one. You're my number one. You're my number one. Hey, take some of this money, boo.
Just mark it now.
I'm just saying, you never finessed a girl. You might.
He doubling down. He's doubling down.
What? Okay, whatever. You never tricked. Okay, tricked off. You never tricked off on a girl. You my number one. You my number one. Here, go buy you something nice, boo.
Get your nails done.
Y'all complicate this politics thing, bro.
Yeah.
I know.
Go fix that yeast infection.
Y'all want to know the truth to the matter that nobody ever wants to admit?
What's that?
The best politicians are hoes. Name them.
What?
Was JFK not considered a ladies' man?
Was
Bill Clinton not considered a ladies' man?
They're out there hitting skins because they know how to be liked.
Was Trump not out here knocking them down?
Yo, he was knocking them down, bro.
I'm saying.
That's a fact.
And guess what? If you talk to the American people,
you know,
like
he got
one
a point,
of your hoes,
he got a point.
You will get the people on your side.
You think they're all love bombing?
That's all.
It's love bombing.
That's all politics is.
100%.
One big
love bomb.
That's it. Zohran's love bombing everybody right now.
And it's working because he's telling us what we want to hear. Yep. The rent is too damn high. When rent is too damn high, guy love bomb us. It almost works.
And guess what? When he gets in office and can't get nothing done, he's gonna blame it on your ex.
Who is?
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
Because Trump is going to come through. Oh, you with this boo now? Now he wants you back. Now he going to be interfering in New York politics. He already said it, by the way. Yeah. He said it yesterday. He literally was like, listen, Curtis can't win. I'm paraphrasing. You can look it up. But he was like, basically, Zohran's going to win. And he was like, but remember, they got to go through the White House. And he was like, maybe not other White Houses, but they got to go through this White House.
Mr. President, a new poll shows that if Curtis Sliwa dropped out of the New York mayoral race, then Andrew Cuomo would only trail Mamdani by 4 points. Would you call Curtis Sliwa to drop out of the race so that can happen?
Well, I looked at the polls, and looks like we're going to have a communist as the mayor of New York. It'll be very interesting. But here's the good news. He's got to go through the White House. Everything goes through the White House. At least this White House it does. and we'll have to see what happens.
So that's letting you know. ICE agents ran down on Canal Street yesterday.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
When have you ever seen ICE agents ran down on Canal Street, bro?
I've been waiting for that, man. I'm not gonna lie. Bro, Canal Street was an open air Force One bazaar. It was crazy.
That is the one place I own mine.
Canal Street was crazy. It's not like the little shops where you go in and buy the fake bags. The whole sidewalk had turned into an open air bazaar.
I thought it was legal.
No, they're selling fugazi shit.
But that's why when you do things out in the open like that,
it's also like a fascinating study if you've watched it for the last 10 years, because that fake handbag and watches was completely controlled by the Chinese.
And then the Sudanese or somebody
West Africans or I don't know where.
Yeah.
You know, like
no, I think it's still controlled by the Asians.
They just got them selling it.
Yeah.
Nah.
They're taking all the risk. Yeah. But it's China's still shipping all of that in.
Click on that CNN article, Chris. What does that say? Trump says he'll speak to Zohran Mamdani if he wins New York City mayor race. This is what I was watching.
That was the same combo, yeah.
It was, right? Yeah. Listen to this gangster shit, man.
Where's Taylor?
Mamdani if he wins.
Yeah, I'll speak to him.
Mr.
Obligation to speak to him, but I love New York. I've always loved New York. I just can't believe a thing like this is happening. With the communists in charge, look, you just go back 1,000 years. I mean, it's been done many times, 1,000 years. It's never worked once, so it's not going to work.
The fuck is this guy talking about?
Is that party now more Zohran Mamdani's party than it is even Leader Schumer's or Leader?
Probably.
That is true.
It's
Nah.
The Democrat Party, the people, not the politicians, the people.
No.
Yes.
Son,
I gotta get out of New York. No.
You gotta get in
The
New
Democrats
York.
are just as leaderless as they was 6 months ago.
No, what I'm saying, the reason they're leaderless is because they don't have a galvanizing force for their old school rhetoric. The new young kids, they're about this socialist stuff.
Yes.
And you know who's leading that charge?
Bernie
fucking
AOC.
Sanders and the AOC.
Yep.
Yes, Mamdani. I don't even think he's a close third
He's
yet.
fruit off that tree, though.
He's definitely fruit off that tree, 100%. But it's Bernie and AOC.
That's
They're
Chris.
leading
That's
the
Chris's
charge.
shit.
Yeah, man.
If Bernie,
Who
Bernie
invented communism?
Did you said oy vey communism?
Oy vey.
I love it.
What the fuck is that?
That's hysterical. Oy vey is like a
Asian shit?
No, wait,
What?
that's soy vey.
Let's pay some bills and do some asking idiots, man.
Guys, this podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. With Squarespace's collection of cutting-edge design tools, anyone can build a bespoke online presence that perfectly fits their brand or business. Start with Blueprint AI, Squarespace's AI-enhanced website builder, to get a fully custom website in just a few steps. Using basic information about your industry, goals, and personality to generate premium quality content and personalized design recommendations. No matter where you start, your website is flexible to what you need. With intuitive drag and drop editing, beautiful styling options, unrivaled visual design effects, on-brand AI content, and more ways to list what you offer, no experience required. With Squarespace email campaigns, all the tools you need to engage clients, promote your services, and grow your business are built in. Set up email automations to stay connected, nurture leads, and save the time while seamlessly integrating your offerings into beautiful design templates that drive bookings and sales. Schedule emails that reach your audience at the perfect time, keeping your business top of mind and driving long-term growth. Guys, you got to head to Squarespace right now. Squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to use the offer code IDIOTS to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's offer code IDIOTS at squarespace.com to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Guys, this episode has also been brought to you by Blue Chew. Hard dick season. There's all 4 seasons. In New York, we got 4 seasons, and all of them need hard dick. Ladies deserve it, okay? Fellas, it's time to deliver, and Blue Chew's got your back, okay? It's got your back. It's going to get your shit hard, blood-filled, soaked to the brim. Probably add another inch or 2. I can't say that for a fact. But my point is, Blue Chew has got your back. And you know what? They're going to deliver it right to your doorstep for free. All you got to do is pay $5 shipping. Go enjoy it at BlueChew.com. Use that promo code IDIOTS. BlueChew.com, promo code IDIOTS. Let's get back to the show.
Listen, man, let's do some asking idiots, man. What we got? I don't want nobody to think I don't give a fuck about Zohran Mamdani. Yeah, I did like Zohran when he came to Breakfast Club. But Curtis' interview was very entertaining, bro. Y'all need to have Curtis on Flagrant.
Listen, this is the problem. We enjoy entertaining people, and our entire identity is not politics, but a lot of people, their entire identity is politics. So they get very sensitive around anything political unless it's 100% agreeing with them. So that I hear where you're coming from and I hear your hesitation, but I'm telling you, it's that rent shit, man. People are fucking struggling.
Affordability. I'm with you. Samson KT says, how did you guys navigate the most confusing phases of your life, your early 20s as young men? I don't think that was the most confusing phase of my life.
That's not even close.
Nah, that ain't give a fuck in my 20s.
I think teens are more confusing. 20s is just like hustle, grind, have fun, hustle, grind, have fun. And then when you become an adult and you have family.
That's it. Whatever age you become an adult, and you got a family, you know what I'm saying? If you get married at 25 and you got a couple of kids, that's when shit gets tricky.
But it's not confusing.
That's a good point.
It is, because it's the least confusing because your job is right there.
Yeah.
With kids. I'm not talking about marriage. I'm talking about kids.
Yeah, but life is no longer yours. So when something is going on with your child that you can't, I guess, control or fix in that moment, you really be sitting there like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? It
sucks.
Yeah, anytime, I think once you have wife and kids, that's when it gets confusing. Other than that, if you just out here la vida loca by yourself, what is there to be confused by? Other than figuring out what you want to do with your life? I don't know. Chillmonger24_7 says, if you could erase one human emotion from existence, which would make life better to erase? Ooh.
That's a good ass question, Chillmonger.
Envy.
Wow.
Yeah, envy's a good one.
Everything falls under envy.
Envy, bro. Envy.
Envy is a good one.
Wow.
Because I was going to say anger, but...
Anger can be motivated by
envy, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and also anger sometimes is good. Like, it's good to be angry about things. Like, you should be angry when bad things happen in the world and you want to change that. But just being envious just because someone got something more than you, or just because you're not getting an opportunity someone else is getting, get that out of here, bro.
I just don't like irrational anger. Like when you hear the stories of like, fucking, the other day it was a mom who held a door for a woman at PetSmart. Now the mom is with her 20-year-old daughter. She holds the door for a woman at PetSmart. The woman walks in PetSmart. The mom gets mad that the woman didn't say thank you. So the mom goes to the woman, is like, yo, you didn't say thank you, whatever. They get to arguing, blah, blah, blah. So the lady follows the mom out the store. They get to fighting, follows her to the next door. They end up fighting somehow, and then the woman that she held the door for ends up pulling out a gun and killing the mom.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just irrational anger. Like, what does that come from? That's not envy. Like,
it might be envy. I mean, not in that particular... She might not be envious of the other woman, but there's something missing in her life that's probably rooted.
It's like there are these entitled people that
I don't
think
have enough.
I'm just here to serve them, and I don't exist. Yeah. All
right, what about the kid? There was a kid, I read a story the other day, the kid got fired from, where did he get fired from? It was a fast food restaurant. It's slipping my mind right now. But he gets fired from the fast food restaurant, confronts the manager the next day, ends up shooting and killing the manager. 21-year-old kid. Like, you can't love working at a fast food restaurant that fucking much, bro.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta know at 21 years old, getting fired from one fast food restaurant, you can probably get a job at another fast food restaurant, bro.
Yeah.
You don't come back the next day. And the manager was like 32 years old.
Oh, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Getting killed by a 21-year-old kid who's mad because he lost his job. Like, I don't know. So I don't know. It's some type of irrational anger I would probably want to get rid of.
I felt that way. If you guys saw the clip of the guy going to the protest this weekend, I think it was in Denver.
Hilarious.
It was funny, but I was just like, God, these people are also fucking angry, man. You know, like...
I don't know what got him so mad.
Well, he was looking for the smoke. I mean, him and his guys...
But nobody even touched him. Like, what did the guy say?
No, the guy ripped his glasses off. A
I
kid
must have saw two different videos
come
then.
over and ripped his glasses
I thought he
off.
ripped his hat off.
That was his glasses.
I didn't see him get touched. We talking about the same video?
Yeah, when he called them maggots.
Yeah.
I didn't see him get touched at all. I just saw him take off after the kid.
Yeah, because the kid, I think, yanked something off of him. That's why he
grabbed
took
his
off.
glasses off.
Really?
And if they're prescription, I understand.
Oh,
that
I can't
stuff.
see shit then. The video I had did not have that. I just saw the guy walking down the street.
Yeah.
He was yelling maggot, cursing him out, saying Trump forever or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I thought he just took off running after the kid. Now the kid, somebody did trip him up. He fell the first time on his own.
His head,
and then he went running again and somebody tripped him up and you kept hearing people say, trip him, trip him.
The kid ripped his glasses off.
Really?
Yeah, don't touch people, man.
Oh, see, that's different. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, next one.
What else we got? Mr. Derek Jr. said, what's one thing your kids taught you this year? Oh my God, what are you talking about? The same thing they teach me every fucking year. Patience.
Humility.
Really?
Oh, yeah. They
Break
will
it down
humble
for
you.
me.
Them kids will humble you, man.
Break it down.
I think I told you guys this. Where I was showering and my daughter walked in the bathroom. She looks at me, points at my dick and goes, Mama. I was like, who is this more insulting to? You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just humility every single day.
That's hilarious, bro.
Yeah. What about you?
No, I didn't want to. I gotta get this thought out of my mind. No, I was just like, how?
Yo,
That's
Like, what the fuck? That's crazy
Yo.
shit. Like, what the fuck is going on, man? No, I'm the only person who's thinking that shit?
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's fucking crazy.
I was thinking it.
Let's do one more, man. What else we got? Oh, yeah. You know what? You might be right. What's his name? Maui _ Cardona says, man titties, the most embarrassing thing to have as a man.
Yep.
Wow.
I would say for white guys, would bald being worse?
Nah. Man titties.
No?
Man, I'm gonna tell you
Man
something.
titties is
you
crazy.
know how you know man titties are so embarrassing?
And they wear a shirt.
People
in the
that
pool.
wear shirts in the pool,
But
wear
you can
shirts
see
in the
right
ocean.
through it,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? Like, God damn. And by the way, if you just took your shirt off, we wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know how much man titties be on the beach? Nobody's thinking about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just take your shirt off. The fact you keep your shirt on lets us know you insecure. I know somebody, I'm gonna tell you something, man.
I have bad posture because I used to be chubby. And so I wear big shirts and walk like that. So that way the shirt would kind of like fall and not.
Oh, wow.
And now I got a hunchback.
Oh.
Yeah. See, I don't know why I tell you. What's so funny, Bunky?
I didn't know.
What's so
But
funny?
I walk around with this nose held high. I'm not walking in the room.
That was when I was a kid. Now I'm good.
Walking in the room feeling so sorry for myself. Listen, Little Duval, man.
You're evil.
I seen Little
You're an
Duval
evil person.
punish somebody one time, bro.
For what?
Wearing a shirt at the beach.
What'd he
I
say?
mean,
What'd he say?
because Duval is really like a little kid. You know how a little kid will walk up to you and just say some shit like,
Yeah.
hey, big nose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's wrong with your teeth? Like some shit like that.
Yeah.
Duval swimming up to the guy in the ocean. He's like, you know, Duval does like this when you about to say something stupid. He go, why you got your shirt on in the Why you got your shirt on in the ocean? Right? So that's the first. Then the second one is, I bet you won't take your shirt off in the ocean. You're like, man, leave him alone, man. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
explaining yourself, like explaining why you have it on, is just
That's what I'm saying.
That's the most
and
hilarious.
the genius of it is, it's no need to call out the man.
Yeah. Just
bring
ask.
attention to the fact that this guy got his shirt on in the pool.
Why are you wearing clothing in the water?
Oh, man. But by the way, the answer was even worse than
What
just
is
having
that?
the shirt
What
on.
is that?
The answer was, because I used to be fat, and I still got the roll.
Oh no!
Oh, man. See, come on. Y'all evil. Both of y'all. That's fucked up.
Like, man, leave people the fuck alone, yo.
Don't you dare.
I know.
Don't you dare. Don't you play both sides.
Leave
Don't
people.
you play
That's what I told the ball in the moment. Yo, leave people the fuck alone,
You
yo.
can't leave people alone.
Because it's funny. Why do y'all want people to get left alone when it's funny? Would you rather to laugh or not, bro?
I would rather them laugh.
I would rather to laugh, man. Hope you laughed this week. As always, if you listen to this podcast, you think we're smart, you think we're intelligent, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. But if you listen to this podcast and you think we're just a couple idiots who don't know shit, you're right too. It's the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. Thank you for listening.